Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, everybody out there. Afternoon, IG. Good afternoon, Facebook. Thank you guys for jumping on here today. Elaine Proby here, CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accountant. And I hope you guys are having fun on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. I wanted to jump on here real quick because I've been getting a lot of questions. It's tax season, and so we're getting a lot of questions. A lot of clients have been calling, and everyone wants to know what documents they need to get their tax returns filed, what documents they need to get the best results on their taxes. And so, guys, I just want to jump on here real quick today so we can go over these documents. So, grab your pen, make some notes. Let's get all this stuff going. The IRS is going to start accepting returns on the 12th. We are processing returns now, so we want to make sure that you get everything in so you'll be ready to go when the IRS open up its computer to start accepting these returns, okay? So today we're talking about three things. I want to tell you what documents you're going to need, how to get those documents first and foremost. One is going to be how to get the documents that you're going to need. Then I want to run over some of the most common documents that you are going to need to get your tax returns filed. And then, of course, on the third point, I will let you guys know how you can double check to make sure you got everything. All right. So, all right. Again, Elaine Proby, CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. We're going to have some fun today. Thank you guys for jumping on. All right. Let's start off with the first thing here today is the ways that you could get your tax documents so you can get your returns filed and make sure you have everything to get all of your refund. The IRS claimed that the employers were supposed to get out W-2s by the end of January. W-2s and 1099s are supposed to be mailed out to you guys by the end of January. That was a cutoff. That's the deadline. So I'm imagining sometime this week, all those documents will be probably delivered to you. Okay. So the first way to get your documents that it will be mailed out to you for those people who have moved. And if you forgot that you moved, it's best to call any of your employer, anyone that's supposed to send you some tax document. Please call now and call and get a change of address because they can resend a copy of those documents out to you. So if you moved in the last, let's say 30 days or so before these documents are getting mailed out to you and you forgot to call the employers and they may have been sent out, call the employer and give them a new address so they can forward your documents to you. Okay. So that's one way that you will be getting your documents. And then again, just as everything is online now. So everything is online. You can literally go online, guys, and create an account on any of your accounts, like your bank accounts or your credit card accounts or, any your mortgage statements, all that stuff. Go online, make sure you have an online account created. And you can pull documents from there. You can pull your tax documents. You can pull your interest statements. There's a lot of tax documents you can pull if you just go online into your online account, create one if you don't already have one, so you can download this stuff. And I know a lot of employers, you can also download your W-2s. You can go log into an account and download your W-2s. All right. So make sure that you guys get your documents first and foremost, either by mail or online. Log into your accounts and get those documents. Right. So let's move on to the second point. Let me tell you what some of those documents are. These are some of the most common documents that you've got to have to get your tax returns filed. All right. So W-2s, guys, W-2s. If you had a job last year, if you had more than one job, just try to remember how many places you worked, how many people are supposed to give you W-2s. Okay, so make sure you collect all your W-2s from all the jobs that you have worked last year. Okay, you need all of the W-2s. I know some people think that if they got one or two and they may be in at a job a week or two or a month, that is not important. But I've seen where getting a W-2 from a job that you've worked maybe just 2 months at helped people with refunds, especially those that get earned income credit, because sometimes they need that much more income to get the maximum credit. So you need all your W-2s from all the jobs that you've worked. 1099s, if you work independently, guys, if you work independently somewhere, if you been an Uber driver, if you work as an independent contractor for someone, they will send you out a 1099. You guys make sure that you collect all those 1099s. You don't want to miss any of those because they can come back and hurt you later on. All your 1099s, you want to make sure that you have. For all the people who have gotten unemployment, there's a form that comes from the unemployment office as well. It's the 1099-G. And you guys can also log into your account online and get your 1099-G from the unemployment department. Okay, so you can go online and get that form, and or they will mail it out to you. So if you got unemployment last year, you have to get that form, your W-2s, 1099s. For the people who are partners in any type of partnership, you're going to need that K-1. You're going to need the K-1 from your partnership business, or a business that you were a partner in with someone else. You're going to need that K-1, which will tell you how much money you made or how much money you lost. You need that for your taxes as well. Social Security. If you get Social Security benefits, guys, there's the form SSA that you're gonna get from the Social Security office. So there's a form for Social Security you're gonna need to include in your taxes. Now, some of this stuff might not be taxable income, but you're gonna need it just because, depending on how much income you made elsewhere, you might have some taxable dollars from your Social Security. Okay. So, but you need to make sure you have your Social Security benefit statement. Interest, 1099 interest, money is in a bank or savings account, guys. We're going to need the 1099 interest form. So if you had the money in any savings account, whatever, look for those 1099 interest form. Dividends, look for 1099 dividends. If you are investing in any stock market or whatever, you want to get that form, the 1099S from the stock market, because the government only sees that you sold stocks and how much money you make, but they don't know how much you spent on it. So you want to make sure that you are able to say what you bought it for, what you made, the cost. So get your stock statement, guys. There's a form 1099B for sale of stock. We want to make sure that you have those. And gambling winnings. Some of us have gotten gambling monies, gone and played a casino or whatever else. W-2Gs. Make sure you have your gambling winnings form. If you want any money at all that they have to give you a form, guys, make sure that you get the gambling winnings. Sometimes I see this a lot of times as being left off of a tax return, because a lot of people don't remember that they won any money. And so at the end of the day, they get a letter from the IRS stating that they have got some gambling winnings, monies that they haven't reported. So if you want any money, we need a gambling winnings W-2G from that as well. All right. So couple of other things. These are not necessarily income that is going to be very essential. If you or any of your dependents was in college, you guys paid any college tuition for any of your dependents, and you are allowed to take the education credit. We want to make sure that you get the form 1098T for that, guys. Make sure you get that form, because the education credit is huge. And I know some people did a lot of online courses as well, so you weren't able to go physically into on campus. But if you paid any tuition, you can get an education credit. It's a lot, maximum $2,500. You don't want to lose that, so make sure you get that 1098T form on your education credit, okay? And there's lots of other forms that, of course, based on what it is that you have done last year, you guys want to go back and make sure that you track everything that you've done. One of the other things I wanted to make sure, and this is really important to a lot of us, if you were on Covered California, this get left off a lot of returns. If you were on Covered California, guys, there's a form 1095A. And this one is always missing. The form 1095A, if you were on Covered California, and it tells the amount of money that your insurance premium was and the amount of money that they paid on your behalf. Now, I've seen a lot of returns get sent back from the government and from the IRS, and they don't even process this return if it's sent in without your form 1095A information. So if you weren't Covered California, guys, you can go to Covered California website, check into your account, and you can also go on there and get your form 1095A form from Covered California, because if it's not in your return will not be processed. It will be returned. Okay, so we need all the stuff in, everything that you can get all at once. And once you get it all in, your refund will not be delayed. All right. So that's my second point today. Hi, Laverne. Thanks for jumping on, Wilfred. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Mighty Dre. Thanks for jumping on, too. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Again, today, Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and we want to make sure that all your documents are in for you to get the maximum refund on your taxes, all right? So I'm going to quickly cover the third point, and third point is, how do you check to make sure you got everything? How do you check to make sure you got everything, right? So The best way to do that, guys, go back to your last year's tax return and compare your last year's tax return, and take a look and see everything that you had on there last year. And more than likely, you probably did the same thing, except that 2020 was a COVID year. And so a lot of us got different incomes different ways. And some of the income that you may have gotten last year wasn't anything like you did before. Some of you may pull money from your pension just to help out. So you may need that information. It's not going to be taxable for you if you take advantage of the CARES Act. But anyway, you want to make sure that you go back, check your last year's return, compare it to what you have done the year before, and then see if you have everything there. And then the other thing I want to really say is recap. Recap what you did, recap what happened, process of what happened last year. And that way you can identify the things that you did, the places you've worked, did you start a business, what forms you should be looking for. Okay. So check on that as well. And that's a way to cross-reference, make sure you have all of your documents. All right. So I want to recap today the 3 items that is so important. And I want you guys to really make a note of this, because we want to get your taxes in fast and we want to get your refund to you as quick as possible. Okay, so the ways that you can get your documents, you want to check on that online or by mail. If you move, make sure they got your new address. Call and ask them to resend you a copy out. You don't have to wait. Sometimes they may fax it to you if it's secure, but you need to check on and see if you can get it done that way as well. That's getting your documents. And then I just list several of the different types of documents that you should be expecting, right? Type of that. And I want to point out the W-2s. Again, I emphasize this a lot because there's a lot of people have missing W-2 information if you work more than one job. Remember where you worked, try to kind of make a note of that. And if you have several W-2s, I've had people in the past, have clients who in the past have worked, maybe in the industry, and they have gotten so many different W-2s over the years. I've had clients with sometimes up to 20 W-2s. Granted, COVID year that may not be the case, but again, just as an example that, just remember how many jobs you had and how many W-2s you should be expecting. All right, so it's super important. And then third of all, cross-check your last year's tax return, recap everything, and make sure that what you did the year before, you pretty much have together, and anything new, unemployment or Social Security, anything new that occurred in 2020, that you got those documents. All right. So with that said, hi, Lee Smith, let's see, so basically, so there's a question where basically any place you've worked, let's see, in a place that you received money from. Yes, in a place that you received money from, guys, you need documentation from that place. So that's a good way to put it. Anywhere you got money from, however you got it, went in, or unemployment, any of that stuff, job, wherever you got money from, you need documentation. Yes, that's absolutely correct. And then the rest of it have a question here. Per stimulus considered income. Okay, so good question, Laverne. I'm glad you brought that up about the stimulus check, guys. The stimulus is not considered income. We'll talk about that on Thursday. But as far as documents for your taxes, I'm glad you brought up the stimulus check, because documents for your taxes, the government, they mailed you out a paper that says your stimulus check was sent to you. Okay, we're gonna need that document to say what your stimulus check is, how much you've gotten for stimulus, guys. So we want to make sure that you know what you got for the first stimulus and the second stimulus, because you're going to be able to claim it on your 2020 taxes if you didn't get enough money. So the recovery rebate will allow you to get your stimulus checks if you didn't get it. So yes, there's going to be a document sent to you by the government. You guys got something in there when your check came out, say your check have been mailed. Okay, so we need that information as well, so we know what you got for stimulus check and how much more you can claim on your taxes for 2020 and get more money back. All right, so thanks for asking that question. Lerner Smith, great information. I love it. Thank you very much. All right, so you know what, again, guys, I really want to thank you guys for jumping on here. We're here to assist you in making sure that your tax returns are done accurately, and that you maximize everything so you can get the most refund, which is what we want. We want to help you to, build wealth. You have to create income, and you have to save more money and not spend it on taxes, or give it away on taxes, really, because if you don't take all your deduction, that's what you're doing with it. So you can continue to build wealth. All right. So I love this. You guys, thank you for jumping on here. Let's see, even the $600. Yeah, the $600. The $600 is not taxable income, guys. But then, of course, that's a part of the stimulus check. So if you, what's that? We're under $600. Yeah. So it's $600 for the stimulus check. If that's what you're talking about, Laverne, yeah, you got to let us know that if you didn't get it, so we can claim it for you and for your dependents as well. Hi, Wilfred. You haven't received your unemployment. Okay. How can I find? Okay, it's Wilfred said you haven't received his unemployment. Are you? How can I file without the correct amount? If you go to your, if you go to your unemployment account, guys, there is a list of the monies that they paid you. So log into your account unemployment. If you can't print down the 1099 form from the unemployment, Wilfred, you can go on your account and it shows you all the checks that they paid. It gives you everything from the day one. You can actually go and add that up. You know what I mean? So we could do the taxes with the total you gotten from the unemployment department. So you can get it done. Just go online, add up how much money they sent out to you. All right, good. Leave your tax questions. All right, leave your tax questions and comments down below, guys. I'll be back to get those. Again, Elaine PROBY'S CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. You guys can call the office at 323-290-9034 or visit our website at PROBY'stax.com. We have a secure portal. You can upload all of your tax documents to our secure portal, you guys. We're here to get your taxes done and get you the maximum refund. All right, Carla, how you doing? Thank you. You're very welcome. Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you guys, okay? So PROBY'S Tax is here to help you out, you guys. Questions about any of this stuff? Let us know. We're here to help you, and we're here to get your taxes filed accurately and get you the maximum refund. All right. So thanks for jumping on again. I'm out of here. Come back on Thursday afternoon. We're going to talk about the CARES Act and what's taxable and what's not. You guys really want to hear about this. It has to do with all the monies you get as far as stimulus check, as far as PPP loans, what's taxable, what's not, how it's going to be treated tax-wise. Okay, so come back on here on Thursday at 1 o'clock. I'll see you guys. All right. So thank you for jumping on, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other and stay safe. See y'all back here on Thursday.